Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast for leaderpreneurs, entrepreneurs, men and women, learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. Hey, I'm taking over the show a little bit for today, but JR, of course, is going to be with me. This is episode 186, and the topic is got action. Got action. You're the one that came up with that topic, Jerry. Why don't you tell me all about it? Well, you were reading quotes by Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "Get action. Seize the moment." It kind of reminds me of my best friend. Yeah, the Dead Poets Society quote, "Seize the day." See, that's not something that needs to be done, is to seize the day. And seize it with gusto. Getting up early. Those of you who have businesses, crushing it. Crushing it. Not everything is meant to be perfect. Not everything is meant to be perfect. JR, give me a typical day in your life when maybe everything is not perfect. I think I can do that easy. I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I go sit down in the ranch office. I do some prayers, read my Bible, and have breakfast with the family. But then here's the thing. Here's the beauty of it. It's when I get to work, it's not perfect. Now, I don't know if any of you know, but I do have a competitor. A rival who has nothing better to do than be reactive and go after a good person. So I come to work, and I haven't noticed I have an appointment with the judge to discuss my ranch, because my competitor has gone after my ranch, and I'm gonna make sure she don't win through honest, legal, ethical, above board ways. That's the JR way. Because I'll tell you what, if it ain't done that way, because see, part of seizing the day is living by moral conduct. See, because here's something you need to hear from old JR, right? Takes confidence. You need to have a complex of confidence and know that when you take action, even if it's not perfect. Dr. Del Toro, says, take imperfect action. So that's something to think about. You take imperfect action. You do what you got to do to make what you got to take and make. Take what you got to take in order to be an effective entrepreneur and leader. Name something that happened one day in your past that wasn't, shall we say, wasn't perfect. All right. It is October the 26th, 1993. I go to swim practice. I get goaded by this guy who's half my friend, half my enemy. How about my girlfriend, which don't make me very happy. Have breakfast and everything. Thing is, I go into the midterm with a lot on my mind. You know what I make on that thing? I make a 78. What I want it to be. Not everything is perfect, but you gotta take imperfect action. Ain't that right, Jenny? Why don't you name one? Okay, I think I will. Why don't I pick, say, 3? First one is 1992. It's 1992, and I'm at a park picnic with my friends Brad, Jim Bob, and Keith. And Brad's got this little cassette tape contraction back in those days, what's known as a wallet sack. And he was playing, he was trying to listen, but it just seemed like machine was not working properly. And Brad was kind of roll with it. Just seemed kind of crazy to me, you know. And then here is an action that is imperfect, but it led to another action which I see in some ways as perfect. It was 1998. My ex-wife and I chose to move to Arlington, Texas. We chose to move to Arlington, Texas. Needless to say, over the 9-month period that I was there, I'd gotten into the wrong crowd. Was not the person I wanted to become. The marriage split up, and as a result, July 8th of 2001, I became a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. 2008. This was a leap, guys, okay? This one was a leap because, well, I wasn't doing so good. So we're going off to graduate school in Lubbock, living the dream, and the dream was turning into a nightmare. So I had to take a leap of faith and decide that it was time for me to come home. And that was going to be hard. But the good news was, okay, that 9 months after I decided to return back home to Midland, Odessa, I got me some housing. I got mixed up good with a good friend, my best friend Michael, and things. he does a sister podcast of ours, and I'll tell you something. I think if those things hadn't happened, I wouldn't have been able to develop and meet JR, my better self. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Strenuous Life Radio family. This is J.R. Hendricks saying until next time, don't you just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others don't so you can have what others can't. And what my daddy told me when I graduated from high school and when I graduated from college. He said, boy, you think strong and you live strong. The rest I gotta say, you live the strenuous life. God bless you. Y'all take care now, you hear?